families will be on site to welcome them home as they walk off that plane and finally step foot on American soil. The homecoming of suspect was replayed in their minds in an effort to hold on to hope that this day will one day be possible. Freedom. On board, former Marine Paul Whelan held for nearly 6 years. Journalists Evan Gershkovich and Alsu Kurmasheva held for more than a year, all of them wrongfully detained. Yet no ability to fight back in a Russian court, no meaningful presumption of innocence or due process. But today, we look at the smiles on that screen. This photo was taken today after their release, and one that the Biden administration worked tirelessly to negotiate. It is by all measures the largest prisoner swap since the Cold War. 24 people in total, 3 Americans, multiple countries involved. And as part of that deal, Vladimir Putin got 8 of his prisoners back, including a dangerous assassin convicted of murder in Germany. You see Putin here greeting him and the others earlier today. You know, tonight we learned an extraordinary detail about the negotiations. It turns out that President Biden actually sealed this deal about 90 minutes before he would tell the world that he was ending his re-election bid.
The deal that made this possible was the feat of diplomacy and friendship. Friendship. Multiple countries helped get this done. They joined a difficult, complex negotiations at my request.
Let's get straight now to CNN senior White House correspondent MJ Lee, who was at Joint Base Andrews. MJ, what a moment in history. I mean, we are minutes out from this plane landing. And I understand that President Biden and Vice President Harris are going to be there. What are we about to see?
Yeah, Laura, the plane that is carrying these 3 Americans is in the American airspace, and just minutes from now, we expect that plane to land here at Joint Base Andrews, where President Biden and Vice President Harris will be greeting them, but more importantly, their families will be on the tarmac waiting for them as well. This, of course, has been a nightmare for Paul Whelan's family that has lasted almost 6 years, for Evan Gershkovich's family over a year, and for Alsu Kurmasheva's family almost a year as well. 3 Americans boarded the airplane in Turkey earlier today, and on board were U.S. government officials, but also importantly, a number of medics, we were told, as well as a psychologist. The first order of business, Laura, when they land here is, of course, going to be getting to spend that precious time with their family members who have been waiting for them for so long and worrying over these last months and years for some of them. But later tonight, all 3 of these Americans, accompanied by their families, will be boarding another plane to go to San Antonio, where they are going to be taken to a medical center to get the medical examinations that they badly need and take all of the time, we are told by U.S. officials, that they need to get the care that they are going to need. We know from having spoken with, of course, others who had been wrongfully detained abroad, that the rehabilitation process and the readjustment process can be incredibly challenging. We know that this is certainly only going to be the beginning of their journey as they recover, as they process everything that had happened, and most importantly,